What is your team organization say?
What it is
Okay, the next.
Oh, hold on.
Oh, go ahead, finish. Got a few more things.
His fingers will be hurt. His finger will be hurt for 10 more
Next
minutes.
thing is a situation that, let me have the ball here. You find yourself in a lot when there's a play at the plate. The throw that comes into the plate, you want the pitcher to be in line with the throw. And the reason is the catcher has to call, let it go, or cut to, or cut home, whatever. Why cut home? If the throw's offline, you know you're not going to, the catcher's not going to be able to go out here and get it if the throw's over here. Cut home, the pitcher would do the crow hop and then get it back online, if you have time. Now, if you got guys, let's say there's a guy in second and he's scoring on a single, you got two opportunities to get an out. The better teams will get one or the other. And how they do that is if they can't get the guy at home, the catcher will say, cut to. The runner, the guy who got the single, is thinking, I'm going to try and get to second base, right? So if you make the cut, now you got him hung up between first and second. Now, if the runner commits himself, you got to get rid of the ball quickly. But sometimes you'll freeze the guy, and he's going to wait for you to throw. If you throw the ball to second, he'll get back to first. You throw the ball to first, he'll run to second. So what do?
Run at him.
You run at him, right. The intention is you're not going to make any throws. You're going to tag him until he commits himself, and then you throw. Same thing with a rundown. Okay. Now, it's not just a situation where there's a guy in second. There's a guy on first and third, and there's a sacrifice fly. Same situation, though. Pitcher gets in line for the, let's say it's the left field. He gets in line with the throw. Catcher, same call. Either cut home or cut to, because the guy on first is going to tag up and go to second if there's a play at the plate. So if you can cut it and the guy thinks the ball's going home, now you got him hung up the same way. Okay. Now think about what difference that makes in a game. You've taken away an out from this team, and you've given them one less base runner. That's a huge difference. It's not a little thing. And these are the kind of things that the really good teams, you give them an opportunity to make a play like that, they'll make it almost every time. What else? Any questions on any other topics? It's starting to rain.
I mean, there's probably 1,000
I
or
get in
something.
line with the throw
From wherever it's coming from.
to be the cutoff guy.
Yeah, if it's in right field, and this is if it's a routine, like a single guy trying to score for second. If there's a shot up the gap and it's way out there, of course, then you got the shortstop or second baseman or whoever is the relay man.
That's a question. Who's taking the relay? If he plays five infielders, who? We kind of play a deep second sometimes. Who takes the cutoff?
Yeah, some teams vary that. You guys can decide for yourself. You always want the short center to cover. Maybe not. Maybe he's out of position. But you got to have a backup plan too. Everybody's job is to cover a base, unless if the play's to you. Of course, you got to go get the ball first.
Yeah, I think in our case, I think because we have the short center moving around a little bit more. I mean, I would put it on. A short center's moving around a little bit more.
Short or second.
Short or second. And then second, and it's usually you two, so you got to just be talking on before each play.
As long as somebody knows they're supposed to cover, right?
Since we don't have consistency with the short center.
So getting that extra out like that takes a lot of momentum away from the other team, and in a close game, it's the difference between winning and losing. Okay?
Yeah.
What else? I think I've covered everything I wanted to.
Do you have Jay asked you a couple questions on catching? You got them. Anything on pitching, Dave? Hey, George. There's George Vandervoort doing his laps.
One of the guys was telling me if you're up 2 strikes, because on our league you start with 1 and 1.
Right, ours too.
The third, if it's out, if it's out of bounds, you're out. He likes to pitch it a little short on the high and short, because a lot of guys will reach for that ball on the 3rd strike.
You can. It's always a good idea to avoid a batting practice pitch when you got the guy 0 and 2.
Yeah.
Right, or 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Never give him.
But I mean, as opposed to, is it better to be high and deep or high and short?
Do you have a person keeping stats on the sideline?
Yeah.
Because if you're watching the other team,
this is the book, and not stats, but yeah.
Well, let's say the guy comes up for the second time, and he was really good at hitting a short pitch, but then you don't throw him a short pitch.
I may have to hire somebody.
Martin, he's a 12-year-old.
Whoever keeps the book, keep track of what
I may do that.
team's tendencies are. This guy just hit a homer to left field. Well, what are you going to do next? You're not going to give him anything inside, right? Yeah. Everything's on the outside corner.
Probability
Oh,
of
really?
hitting at 2 second base is 67.3%.
All hitters like inside pitches, I think. At least I do.
All right. Well, I think I predicted rain at 8:45, and
Legend, man.
I got to tell you,
You've been taking lessons from Brant?
spot. Yeah, that's right. Brant Miller lives down the street.
Yeah, right.
All right.